What is moral constructivism? Have you ever wondered how we come to agree on what is right and wrong? This question leads us to the concept of moral constructivism. Moral constructivism is a meta-ethical theory that suggests moral principles and values are not simply found as objective truths. Instead, they are constructed through human reasoning and social interaction. This means that moral truths arise from discussions and agreements among rational individuals rather than from some external source. At the heart of moral constructivism is the idea that ethical statements express truths based on a constructive process. The correctness of moral judgments depends on whether they come from a rational procedure that people would support under ideal circumstances. In this view, moral principles are shaped by practical reasoning, focusing on fairness, cooperation, and respect for one another. Moral constructivism stands in contrast to moral realism and moral anti-realism. Moral realism claims that moral truths exist independently of human thought and can be discovered. On the other hand, moral anti-realism denies the existence of objective moral facts, but may reject the idea of rational construction. Additionally, moral relativism views moral judgments as dependent on cultural or individual perspectives, rather than universally reasoned agreements. Constructing moral principles usually involves imagining what rational individuals would agree upon in fair and impartial conditions. A famous example is John Rawls' concept of the veil of ignorance. This thought experiment asks individuals to choose principles without knowing their social status, aiming for fairness. Similarly, Immanuel Kant's categorical imperative guides moral construction by requiring that principles be universalizable and respect the autonomy of all rational beings. Moral constructivism highlights the importance of reason and social cooperation. Reason is used to deliberate and justify moral principles. Social agreements among rational individuals provide a foundation for fair and stable moral norms. This approach encourages mutual respect and promotes cooperation, as moral principles emerge from collective rational endorsement rather than arbitrary preferences. In practical terms, moral constructivism suggests that moral obligations come from principles that rational individuals would accept to guide their behavior and interactions. This means that moral duties are based on reasoned agreements aimed at achieving social harmony, rather than fixed external moral facts. Overall, moral constructivism offers a framework for understanding ethics as a rational and cooperative human activity, where moral truths are created through reasoned consensus rather than discovered as pre-existing entities.